Okay, we're good. Okay. Guten Tag, wie geht es euch alle? I think we can all understand that it is hard to communicate when there's a language barrier. Like when you're at a nail salon and the lady is speaking in a language that isn't your own and you so desperately wish to know what she is saying. Or like when I just spoke German to you a few seconds ago. After researching the benefits of learning another language, as well as experiencing these benefits firsthand, I feel that it is important to convince you to begin or continue learning another language, as well as encourage others to do the same. Due to the many advantages from learning another language, I think that American schools should start requiring students to learn language in elementary school. Today we'll cover the America's high expectations, the solutions to this problem, and what we get out of it. Unfortunately, Americans are not motivated to learn another language. To begin with, we would rather just let other countries learn English than try and put any effort into learning another language. As shown in the graph above, Romania and France, the United States falls 80% behind these two countries. And it is shocking to see that both of these countries have every single student learning a language other than their native one. One of the reasons America is so far behind in learning other languages is that our schools don't have expectations for students to learn these languages, and if we do, they're only semester or 2 semesters. Language enthusiast Steph Koifman writes that for high schools, there is no compulsory language requirement in any of the 50 states, whereas many other countries require their students to start learning different languages at a very young age. Like in Europe, Koifman also mentions that children are required to start learning a different language between ages 6 to 9. And also they are required to have 1 year of foreign language to get into university. In addition to these problems, we have little access to learning foreign languages. Our public schools don't begin to offer foreign language classes until high school, and if we wish to learn another language, we have to take private classes, which cost a lot of money. To add on to the problem, teacher shortages are plaguing America, especially when it comes to learning a foreign language, because this matter is very hard to teach. It would seem that because of our lack of requirements and resources, it is very difficult to learn an additional language. Thankfully, there are solutions to these problems. To begin with, schools can start to stress the importance of learning another language. They can start by requiring children to begin learning a foreign language in elementary school. In my personal experience, as I get older, I've learned that it's harder to retain a foreign language. And I grew up speaking German and English, I learned them at the same time. And so I had a pretty good understanding of both languages, but as I began to use English more than I did German, I lost a lot of my understanding of the language. It took me 3 years in high school German classes to finally get my understanding back of the language. It is very easy to feel that 1 or 2 semesters is enough of learning a foreign language, but when applying for jobs, most employers will look for more than the ability to say the alphabet. To meet these requirements, schools need to start increasing accessibility to learning different languages. I think a great start is higher pay for teachers that can teach a foreign language class. Learning a language is difficult in its own way, but teaching it is a completely different matter. Once there are more teachers to teach foreign languages, there are more opportunities for students to learn. Overall, there are multiple benefits that arise from implementing these solutions. If you look at the paper I handed you, you can see the effects on the brain from learning another language. First, it helps our cognitive development. It is shown knowing multiple languages delays the effects of Alzheimer's. Author and Harvard graduate Christopher Wangchuk writes that a study done by Thomas Bach and his colleagues found that people in India who spoke more than one language from a very young age developed dementia about 4 years later, on average, compared to those who only knew one language. Crazy enough, knowing multiple languages can delay the effects of memory loss. Also, bilingual people show better performance on intelligence tests. This is because learning another language works the part of the brain involved in memory, attention span, reasoning, problem solving, and many more. Another benefit is that young Americans will become more cultured and increase their chances of getting hired. In the article written by Lauren Robinson from AU, she mentions Auburn University graduate Andrew Tucker, a full-time legal translator and lecturer of translation in Mexico City, emphasizes that while learning a foreign language positively impacts employability and pay, it also provides opportunities to learn about cultures and communicate with people from different parts of the world. These benefits stretch to improving character as well as increasing chances of getting the career you want. To sum up, the advantages are endless when it comes to knowing another language. All in all, the extra effort that goes into learning another language is worth the work. With all these benefits, students in America should be required to start learning a foreign language starting in elementary school. Most other countries already require this, and their students we should follow in suit because our brains are gaining a lot from the learning. The rest of the world is not going to just learn English for us. It is time we meet them in the middle and start learning another language. Thank you.